Hi everybody, welcome to another card making video. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Little Mermaid inspired card. I was inspired by a card I made earlier where I made little ocean jars. You can find the link to that video in the top right corner if you haven't seen it yet. The idea of this card is that Ariel, Sebastiaan and Flounder see Prins Eric's ship in the magic jar. Let me show you how I made this. Bij je Nederlands, er is ondertiteling beschikbaar. I stamped out a mermaid from Lawn Fawn's Mermaid for You, the crab from Life is Good, a fish from Fantastic Friends, the little boat from Lovable Legends, and the jar and the lid from How You Been. I color the images with my Copic markers. I place the caps on the left of my paper so you can see which colors I'm using. If you want to skip watching me color, you can skip to the time that pop-ups on the screen now. You can also find the clickable time link in the description. Coloring Flounder isn't that hard. I'm using blue for the fins and yellow for the rest. Only point of attention is you need to color his stripes first and carefully color in the yellow around it. Later on I will use a fine liner to close off the fins to make it a little cleaner. After I'm done coloring, I'm using a fine liner to make some of the inner lines darker. They become a bit dull from coloring, but going over them with a fine liner gives it a little more detail again. I gave Ariel some eyelashes to make her even cuter. For Flounder I'm closing off the fins like I said before. Also I'm giving him some eyebrows. I feel like it makes him look more like Flounder. After I'm done with the black, I'm moving on bringing in some highlights with my white gel pen. I saw that I forgot to give Flounder and Sebastiaan some blushy cheeks, so I'm doing that now. I'm die cutting these images off screen. I'm blending the ocean water for the jar with distress oxide in the colors peacock feathers and chipped sapphire. I'm spraying quite some water to really distress it. This really makes it look like water. I'm heat setting it so I can continue die cutting it. I'm using a wave die to create the water for the jar. After that I'm using the jar die so I can fit it in my jar. For the bottom of the ocean I die cutted a hill from a piece of craft paper. I chose the back side of my paper because it's a little lighter and looks a bit more sandy. With Distress Oxide Vintage Photo I'm adding brown splatters to the paper. I'm giving the bottom piece a little ink with the same Distress color. Maybe you're noticing I'm smearing the splatter a bit, but I'm not minding it for the overall look. And I'm cutting off the bottom piece anyway. I'm going to blend the background next. There was something wrong with the footage I made, so I made this part again after finishing the card. So it could be that you notice that it's a little different from the background on the card. I'm using Distress Oxide again, now in the colors Seedless Preserves and Tumbled Glass. I'm making a circle of seedless preserves and fill in the rest with tumbled glass. By really blending it out, you're creating a nice gradient. The circle is kind of the glow from the magic jar. I'm not bothering doing the bottom of the background because I'm going to cover that with the ocean bottom piece anyway. I'm spraying quite some water on this piece as well to give it the ocean-like look. I'm heat setting it and off screen I'm adding white splatters. I'm also doing that on the ocean bottom piece, but I'm dabbing that off with a paper towel so it isn't too white. Now I'm going to assemble the card. First I'm assembling the jar. I'm gluing the water piece to the jar. Next I'm gluing the lid to the jar. The last part is gluing the little boat onto the water. Now I'm going to assemble the rest of the card. I'm placing the jar on the background to see where it should go together with the bottom of the ocean. I'm gluing the bottom piece first and immediately putting the jar behind it so the glue isn't dry yet. I don't put glue all the way to the top so I can easily put in the coral and seaweed later on. By holding the jar I can put some glue behind the top part to glue that to the background as well. I'm using scissors to cut off the excess of the ocean bottom. I made a card base from a light blue cardstock that has a little shine and I'm gluing the background onto that. Apparently my card front was a little bigger than my base, so I'm cutting off that little strip. Off screen I stamped out a bunch of seaweed and coral from the Mermaid for You set in different colors. I used distress oxide for that. I'm putting Ariel and Flounder in place to see where I can put all the corals and seaweed. I don't glue them down now, I'm first placing everything to see where it goes. Now, by holding the bottom down, I can put some glue behind the seaweed to glue it in place. Because it's very boring to watch me doing this for the rest of the plants, I'm doing that off screen. I adhere Ariel, Flounder and Sebastiaan with tin foam tape to give them a little more attention on the card. Last part is adding some Nouveau drops. I'm using white, clear and ivory for this. I always warm up the bottles first in my hands before using it so the flow is better. But sometimes there's still a little peak. I'm using something sharp to twirl it around a bit to remove that peak. And that finishes up this Little Mermaid jar ocean scene. The Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie and I'm displaying this card on my desk because I love how it turned out. If you like what you saw, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to receive notifications when a new video is up. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye!